All righty. The Big Head Sports Network is on the air. You got Dr. Bob on the mic. I will soon learn how to pronounce my own name. We're getting ready to get things started here. Game one in the lineup today will be Man Meats and Empire. Man Meats taking a thrashing on Monday, 14-1 your final. Looking to get a little revenge here. Let's take a look at your lineups. For the Man Meats, leading off will be the center fielder, Geinemer. Batting second will be the second baseman, Slinger. Feltersnatch will be behind the plate. He will bat third. Moonbombs will be at third base in the cleanup spot. Orinoco at short, batting fifth. The right fielder, Perry, will be in the sixth spot. Torres will be in left field. He will bat seventh. Phillips at first base will bat eighth. And on the mound, it'll be Weston East. And he will bat in the 9 spot. East coming into the game. As soon as I find him, here he is. East coming into the game with a 2.96 ERA. And a 1-1 record. For the Empire, Donnie Dickshot will be leading off. He will play shortstop. The left fielder, Basher, will be in the 2-hole. Batting third will be the center fielder, Phillips. Masters behind the plate, bats cleanup. Still trying to wake my lips up. In the 5 spot, it'll be Johnson playing third base. McGuire at first will bat sixth. Anthony will play second base and bat seventh. In right field, it'll be Shun. He will bat eighth. On the mound will be Wilkes batting in the 9 spot. Wilkes coming in with a 5.18 ERA and a 1-2 record. Did I see Donnie blast 3 home runs yesterday? No, I did not. I was still having internet problems, did not catch any of the games yesterday. And I apologize for jumping out early on Monday, but the internet in my whole area went crazy, so. Let's get things started off. Geinemer steps into the box to get us going. And he will take a strike from Wilkes to start the game. Next pitch is hit on the ground sharply, but right at Anthony, who ranges to his right, makes the catch over to first, 1 away. And that will bring Dinger Slinger to the plate. He swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. That's up and away. 2-1 the count now on Slinger. Sharply hit down the first base line, but foul. Full count. Bouncer back to the mound. Wilkes has it. Over to McGuire, 2 away. That'll bring up Howie Feltersnatch coming in with a 3.44 ERA, 33 runs driven in for the big catcher. Sharply hit ball into left field. This is going to get through for a base hit. Basher gathers it in to hold Feltersnatch to 1 base. That'll be a 2-out single for the Man Meats. That'll bring up Mikey Moonbombs. This is a bouncer right out in front of the plate. Easy play for the catcher down to first. Man Meats get a base runner, but they leave him stranded. We head to the bottom of the first, no score. And here is Donnie Dickshot. Rumor has it he cranked 3 home runs yesterday. This is not a home run. It's a little dribbler to second. Slinger handles it. Out at first, one away. And here's Biscuit Basher. His average 240 on the year. He sends the first pitch foul into the seats. The 0-1 is over the outside corner, 0-2. And a roller towards Slinger. Another chance for the second baseman. And converted to out number 2. And here is Joey Phillips. He takes a strike from East. And another one. The 0-2 pitch coming. Swung on and missed, struck him out. Phillips strikes out for the 13th time this year. That'll end the first inning. We head to the top of the second now. And it'll be Nicholas Orinoco to lead it off. Orinoco batting at a 229 clip. 13 driven in. And he strikes out on 3 straight. The third one swinging. That'll be out number 1. First strikeout of the day for Wilkes. And he delivers Perry a strike. And a second strike swinging on a nice breaking ball there. The 0-2 is a little bit high.
Ball, that's inside.
Missing inside with the slider there. It's 2-2. And a fastball across the outside corner is a called strike 3. 2 down now. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Wilkes.
That's inside.
At the plate now, Torres stepping in. 2-1 the count. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch is ball 4, high and tight. So 2 strikeouts and a walk so far for Wilkes this inning. Storm Phillips will step in now. Runner at first, 2 down. And that is a fair ball driven up the left side. Bouncing just over the bag. This is going to be good for 2 bases. The runner is going to try to score. The throw to the plate. Not in time. Man meets strike first. 1-0 your score. An RBI double for Torres. That'll bring the pitcher to the plate. West and East. Only 5 at-bats this year. A 200 average. That 1 hit being a home run. He's got an 0-2 count here. Well hit ball, but Dickshot is there to make the play at short over to first. That will retire the side. Man Meats get a run on the board. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Rob Masters to lead it off for the Empire. And he will take a ball well inside.
No, inside. That's low.
There's a strike from East, the first of the at-bat. It's 3-1, and a nice swing there, but he has topped it a little bit. Ground ball to Slinger. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Jack Johnson. And Johnson puts one back through the box, a base hit to center field. Runner aboard for the first baseman, McGuire.
Ball high.
Ball 1. They check on the runner at first. He's back safely. And there is a hard hit ball, but it's going to get out of play and foul into the seats. Another check on the runner at first, and he's back. McGuire hitting .362 this year. 23 driven in.
That's outside.
And he's got a 3-1 count here.
Ball 4.
That's going to miss. Good patience from McGuire. He draws the walk. That's the 20th time this year he has been issued a free pass. And there are 2 aboard now for Miles Anthony. Back up the middle, a diving stop from Orinoco. They're going to double the runner off a second. What a play at short. Turns it into a double play to end the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 87.
Here's Geinemer. 0 for 1 today. Swings and misses at that first breaking ball from Wilkes. Sends that one into the seats foul, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Struck him out looking.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4.
Dinger Slinger stepping in now. Hitless in his first trip. And he takes a strike from Wilkes.
Ball.
The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. And he takes another called strike 3 on the inside edge.
The catcher, number
Second
91.
strikeout of the inning for Wilkes, 4th of the day, I believe. Feltersnatch singled his first time to the plate. He's got a 1-1 count here. He pops this one up behind the plate. And it will get out of play.
No, high.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. And Feltersnatch works it full. Takes the payoff pitch back into right field. That's going to be a 2-out base hit
Now batting, the
for
third
the catcher.
baseman,
Here's Moonbombs.
number 22.
2 down in the inning. Both on strikeouts. Both called strike 3s. And this is lifted into center. It's going to be caught by Phillips on the run. That will retire the side. We head to the bottom of 3. 1-0 man meets your score.
The right fielder, number 8.
Here is Eric Shun
Ball. Outside.
to lead it off for the Empire.
That's down.
Shun with only 6 at-bats. No average yet.
You're out.
And that'll continue as he lines to Orinoco.
The pitcher, number 3.
Here's the pitcher spot. Dizzy Wilkes will bat for himself here in a close game, 3rd inning. He takes 2 quick strikes from East.
Outside.
That one just missing.
Ball outside.
The 1-2 is outside. It's 2-2. Swung on and bounced back to the mound. East is up with it, fires to Phillips,
Now batting,
and that'll be out number 2. Here's Donnie Dickshot. We go back to the top of the order. Dickshot 0 for 1 today. He starts him with a fastball for a strike.
Ball that's low.
2 balls, 1 strike the count.
Ball 4.
And he lost him. East issuing the walk to Dickshot.
batting,
I do, in fact, host a Pretty Chill Trivia Night. This week it will be on Thursday at 7 p.m. Mountain. And the ball gets away from Feltersnatch. The runner moves down to second. Runner coming home. The throw in time. Gunned down at the plate. Hell of a throw from right field there. No, there aren't any prizes just yet. It's just for fun and bragging rights. And it is honor system. You do have the internet at your fingertips for cheating, but wouldn't really do you much good. The 0-2 pitch is fouled off. We'll do it again. Another foul ball to the other side. This will get into the second deck of seats.
Ball high.
2-2.
No.
And a full count now to Orinoco. The payoff is bounced back to the mound. Wilkes has it. Over to first, 1 away.
now batting, the right fielder,
That'll bring up Russ Perry for the second time today.
Ball outside.
Perry takes a ball from Wilkes. Next pitch sent high into the air, right field. And settling under it and making the catch is Shun
the left
for
fielder,
out number 2.
number 7.
That'll bring in Torres. He walked in his first trip to the plate. Takes a strike here.
Foul ball.
Fouls off the next pitch. 0-2 the count.
That's outside.
The 1-2 pitch. Catches the corner. Called strike 3. 5th strikeout of the day for Wilkes. That'll end the inning and take us to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 your score. Joey Phillips will lead it off.
6.
No, inside.
I'll talk a little bit more about the trivia night this week between innings here. That's a base hit to the right side to lead off the inning.
Now batting,
Masters steps
Ball,
in
that's up.
for his second at bat.
Nope. Inside. That's up.
3-0 the count on Masters.
Take your base.
And on 4 straight, he will take his base.
Now batting, the third baseman.
2 aboard now, nobody out
23.
for Jack Johnson, who had a single in his first at bat.
Ball inside.
He takes a ball here.
That's high.
2-0.
You're out.
Well hit ball right at the third baseman.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 33.
1 out. They failed to double the runner off a second.
You're out.
And another line drive right into the glove of an infielder. That'll be 2 away, and the runner's forced to stay at first and second.
23.
Miles Anthony at the plate, and he hits a fly ball to right center field into the gap. But coming over from center is Guynemer to make the catch. That will end the inning. Empire strand a couple of runners. We head to the top of 5, 1-0 your score.
Number 34.
Ball high. Low.
Storm Phillips at the plate,
No, that's low.
responsible for all the scoring in today's game with his RBI double in his first at bat. And he's got a full count here. Ground ball right side, McGuire. Gloves, fires to Wilkes covering.
Now batting,
1 away.
the pitcher, number 55.
And here is the pitcher spot, West and East at the plate. Hit a little dribbler out in front of the mound his first at bat, and this one is a short hopper to McGuire.
Center fielder, number 87.
2 down now for Guynemer. Guynemer 0 for 2 today.
No, that's inside. No, inside.
2-2 the count on Guynemer. And that is sent foul. And a line drive into left center. This is going to get down for a base hit. It rolls across the track to the wall. Guynemer trying for 2 will be there in plenty of time ahead of the throw. And that's a 2-out double for Guynemer. That'll bring Dinger Slinger to the plate.
Ball.
He'll take a ball from Wilkes to start the at-bat. This is popped up off the trademark of the bat over by third base. Calling for it and making the catch is Johnson. We're halfway home, 1-0 the score.
Now batting, the
Eric Shun will lead it off
fielder,
for the Empire in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he's first pitch swinging, a little slow roller up the third base line, and he will beat the throw to first, an infield hit for Shun.
the pitcher, number 3.
That will take us to the 9 spot in a bunt situation. East shows bunt and pulls it back. 1-1 the count. Gets the bunt down. It's a good one in front of the plate. Only play to first. Sacrifice successful. Down to second goes Shun.
17.
And here's Dick Shot at the plate. Runner in scoring position. 1 out in the inning. That's fouled off his hands. 1-1. Another foul ball. He's behind on that swing as well. The 1-2 pitch incoming. It's a little bit high up around the chin. 2-2. Fouled off the end of his bat. It'll remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caught him looking right at the knees. He felt it was a little bit low. But either way, it's a called strike 3, 2 down now as Biscuit Basher steps in. 1 for 2 with a single today. And he takes a ball from East. 1-1. 1-2 now as that one catches the edge.
That's low.
The 2-2 pitch is swung on and lifted high into the air, middle of the infield. Behind the bag at second, Orinoco makes the catch to end the inning. Top of 6 coming up. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 coming up for the Manmeats, who lead by a run. Feltersnatch 2 for 2, a couple of singles today. And he takes a slider for ball 1. Curveball's in there. 1-1 the count. Popped up. middle of the infield. The catcher wants to do it himself. He will pull it in, and that'll be the first out. Here's Moonbombs. Base is empty, one away for the third baseman. And another pop-up in the infield. This one will be handled by McGuire, 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 15.
And here is Orinoco. He'll take ball 1 from Wilkes. 2 outs, nobody on. A ground ball to third. Johnson up with it, fires across the diamond. McGuire with the catch. Will retire the side. 5.5 in the books.
Now back.
1-0 man meets your score.
Number 6.
Joey Phillips at the plate to lead it off. 1-1 the count.
Ball, that's low. That's low.
3-1 now.
Take your base.
And they come way inside. Might have been trying to hit him, but he gets out of the way. He will take his base either way. Rob Masters steps in now. Walked his first time at bat. His first time at bat.
Outside.
1-1 the count from East. Nobody out in the inning. A runner at first. And it's 2-1. Good pitch there, fouled away. The 2-2 is fouled away as well, and we'll do it again. Line drive left field on the run. Torres will make the catch. The runner has to retreat to first. Oh, thank you very much, Alienation 777. I love Dr. Bob too. And I love you as well. Line drive center field. Geinemer has it. 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 33.
Merrill McGuire at the plate. Hits a line drive into left. This is going to get down. It's going to get past Torres and roll to the wall. Runner rounding third, heading for the plate. The throw is cut off, and it's a tie game. That's an RBI double with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And we are knotted at 1. Here's Miles Anthony, 0 for 2 today. Has a runner at second, but 2 down in the inning. And the count to him, 2-0.
Ball outside.
3-1 now as East puts one across the plate. And it is a full count.
Take your base.
And he lost him. 2 runners aboard now with 2 outs. And Eric Shun will step in. Pitching change now for the man meets. Dirty Dan is going to take over for
That's down.
the international team. And he's got a 1-1 count here on Eric Shun.
Go inside.
2-1. A little dribbler to the mound. Dirty Dan up with it over to first, and that will end the threat. But the umpire do tie it up. It's a 1-1 game as we head to the top of 7.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 18.
And it's Russ Perry to lead it off. Perry is 0 for 2 today.
Ball, that's low.
2-1 the count.
Ball, that's inside.
And 3-1. The pitch from Wilkes is popped up into center field. A fly ball caught by Phillips for out number 1. And that'll bring up Torres. Torres 0 for 1, has walked as well. And he hits this one to third off the end of his bat. Johnson is there, long throw, makes it. 2 down for Storm Phillips. Phillips driving in the only run on the board for the man meets today with a double back in the first inning. And he's behind 1-2 to Wilkes here. Another pop-up, this one into shallow center. 3 players converge. Who's going to come away with it? It's the shortstop, Dick Shot, who pulls it in and takes us to the 7th inning stretch. Tied at 1. And we will have a pinch hitter for Wilkes Dale Rotten will come in to pinch hit. And he swings at the first pitch and drives it far and deep and out of here. You can put it on the board. Home run Empire. 400 feet to right field. 2-1 is now your score.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 17.
And Donnie Dickshot at the plate now. Fouls off the first pitch, and with that one, it's a 1-1 count. And another hard hit ball, high and deep, center field. Drifting back is Geinemer. He will make the catch at the edge of the track, one away. That'll make way for Biscuit Basher to step in. And he will take a strike on the inside corner from Dan. 1-2 the count. Pitch well inside, swung on and dribbled by the mound. DD makes the play over to first, 2 down. Stepping in now, Joey Phillips. Phillips sends one right back through the box. That's a base hit into center field. First pitch swinging, jumping all over that fastball and sending it right back up the middle. Runner at first now for Rob Masters. 2 down. And there's a bouncer to third. Moonbomb's up and throwing. Makes the out at first. Rotten will come out of the game. Anita K now will come in the top of the 8th. With the Empire on top 2-1. It'll be the pitcher's spot due up, and we will see a pinch hitter. It'll be Parker Chuckroast coming in to pinch hit in the 9 spot. Chuckroast fouls that one away. It's 1-2. Chuckroast, 3 hits and 10 at bats. That's good for a 300 average, but he swings and misses at strike 3 here. And he will be the first out of the inning. Here's Geinemer.
Ball inside.
Geinemer with the double in 3 trips today.
That's outside. Nope, that's high.
And he's out in front of K now, 3-0. And taking all the way, that fastball is over for a strike. That one misses just up and out a little bit, and that'll be a walk.
The second baseman, number 4.
Runner at first, 1 out as Dinger Slinger steps in. Slinger 0 for 3 today. And he's behind K now, 0-2.
That's outside.
Couldn't get him to chase the curveball away. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncer to first. McGuire goes to Dickshot for 1 out. Back to McGuire, double play. The 3-6-3 is successful in ending the inning. Chuckroast coming out. Guillermo Rogers will be the new pitcher for the Man-Meats, and the first man he will face will be Jack Johnson. Johnson 1 for 3 today. He takes strike 1 from Rogers.
That's outside.
1-1. Swung on and fouled away, the 1-2 pitch incoming. And that's right over the middle of the plate. I don't know what he's arguing about. That was a great pitch. Strike 3 called. That's the first out of the inning. Here's Merle McGuire. Foul ball down the right side. The 1-1 pitch is over for a strike.
Nope, that's inside.
Same pitch, same location. This time it's a ball. It's 2-2. And that's fisted out into right field. Slinger on the run makes the catch.
Second baseman, number 23.
2 outs now for Miles Anthony. 0 for 2, but has walked in a 3rd appearance. He's behind here, 0-2.
Oh, that's inside.
The 1-2 pitch over the plate, called strike 3. We head to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Man-Meats. They trail by 1. They will send 3, 4, and 5, the heart of their order, to the plate. Here's Howie Feltersnatch with 2 hits today.
No, that's
Looking to
high.
get something going and get on base for his team here in their last 3 outs. He's got a 1-1 count. And now it's 1-2. The pitch from K now is off the plate away. 2-2. Called strike 3. A breaking ball that catches the edge.
The third baseman,
And that is 1 away. Smashing Jackson will pinch hit here for Moonbombs. And he'll take a strike from K now. fouls that one back. He's behind 0-2. And a looper hit out into right field. This is going to drop for a base hit. And the tying run is at first base as Nicholas Orinoco steps up to the plate. 0 for 3 today, but he does have mirrored sunglasses.
No, inside.
And he takes a ball from K now.
Foul ball.
Fouled off. The runner was going. He will have to go back to first. Here's the 1-2.
Slow.
Off the plate away, 2-2. Ground ball back up the middle. This is going to be a base hit. And that moves the tying run into scoring position with 1 out as Russ Perry steps in. Kanow's day is done. Rob Hill is going to come in and take over on the mound.
That's low.
He inherits 2 base runners.
Nope, inside.
First and second with 1 out. He starts Perry off with 2 balls and then a strike.
Ball outside.
3-1 now the count. And Perry was taking all the way. It's a full count. And that's right in there at the knees, called strike 3. Both outs in the inning for the Man-Meats are backwards Ks. Not what you need when you're trying to mount a comeback. Here's Torres. And he's quickly behind 0-2. Man-Meats down to their last strike. And they'll get at least 1 more pitch as that one's fouled away. Back up the middle, base hit. The runner heading for third. He's going to round it and try to go home, tying up the score, and he makes it ahead of the throw. The Man-Meats have tied it up in the top of the 9th, 2-2 your score. And here's Storm Phillips. He drove in the first run for the Man-Meats way back in the first inning and has a chance to put them ahead here in the 9th with a runner in scoring position, but there are 2 outs, and he draws the walk. Bases loaded. Bases full of Man-Meat as Guillermo Rogers turns around and heads back to the dugout, and Blundre Vo will come in to pinch hit in a bases loaded situation. First pitch swinging, ground ball to third, and he will be thrown out at first to end the inning. Lefty Lemieux is going to come in and take over on the mound for the Man-Meats as the Empire come to the plate in the bottom of 9. Tied at 2, Eric Shun will lead it off. And we have a defensive change. Euro Lakash will take over at third base, and he will get an opportunity, at first base. 1 out in the inning on a ground ball to third. And a pinch hitter here for the pitcher spot. It'll be Jasper Probenkrux the third, my dear boy.
No, that's low.
2-0 the count on the pinch hitter Probenkrux. And now 3-0. A strike at the letters there. It's 3-1. And now a full count. And struck him out looking. Here's Donnie Dickshot with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Tie ball game. And he sends a sharply hit line drive to right, but it is going foul and out of play. The 0-2 just misses 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Dickshot goes down swinging, and that's going to take us into free baseball. Spinner is going to take over on the mound for the Empire. He will be facing the top of the Man-Meats order. Geinemer will lead it off.
87.
Geinemer takes a strike from Spinner. The 0-1 misses away. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's inside.
2-1 now.
Ball outside.
And the 3-1 pitch coming. It's high. They walked it. So a leadoff walk.
Second baseman, number 4.
And you know what they say about leadoff walks.
Ball inside.
The batter goes to first, and another batter comes up.
Ball, that's inside.
2-0. Spinner having trouble finding the zone here.
Outside.
And he's behind 3-0 to Slinger.
Take your base.
And on 4 straight,
Now batting, the catcher.
he walks another one. 2 runners aboard now. And it's Felter Snatch at the plate.
Ball outside.
And another ball. That's the 6th ball in a row. And this pitch is popped into foul territory.
You're out.
playable for Masters, who makes the
Now
catch.
batting, the first baseman.
And here's Dunbravo Urolakash, who came in a defensive switch at first base last inning. He will bat for the first time here with 2 on and 1 out in a tie game. Swung on and driven foul into the seats down the right side.
No, high.
And a nice catch made by a young fan there.
That's low.
And not understanding how baseball works, he throws the foul ball back onto the field. The payoff pitch is driven hard. Right field, to the track, to the wall, gone! A 3-run home run for Dunbravo Urolakash. Puts the Man Meats on top. And it is 5-2.
Batting, the shortstop.
And the inning not over yet. Still only 1 out, and Orinoco at the plate. 5-2 now your score. Here's a ground ball to the right side. That's going to get through the second baseman. That's going to be a base hit.
Now batting,
Runner aboard as
the
Russ
fielder,
Perry steps in.
number
Perry 0
18.
for 4 today. And he takes a ball way upstairs. Next pitch hit hard, center field. Drifting back is Phillips. He will make the catch. 2 down, another well-struck ball, but this one stayed in the
Now
park.
batting, the left fielder, number 7.
That'll bring up Torres with 2 outs. Meat magic indeed, Swole. Meat magic indeed. Line drive into the gap. This gets down. It's going to roll past everybody. The runner will try to score all the way from first. The throw will be cut off, and it will be 6-2.
Now
Man
batting,
Meats
the
on
third
top.
baseman, now pitching,
And that's going to do it for J.D. Spinner. He comes in, gives up 4 runs, and leaves the game. Sid Finch will take over and give up a line drive to center, which is caught by Phillips. And that will end the inning, but not before the Man Meats score another quartet of runs.
Batting, the left fielder,
Empire with their work cut out for him now. Biscuit Basher will lead it off.
No, inside.
They need base runners if they hope to climb back into this one. 1-1 the count.
No, that's inside.
Inside 2-1.
No, that's high. Take your base.
And here we go again. A leadoff walk in the bottom of the 10th.
center fielder, number
Runner aboard, nobody out for Joey Phillips, who's 2 for 3
No,
with a couple of singles and a walk.
that's outside.
And he's ahead 2-0 on Lemieux. Little dribbler out in front of the plate. Felter snatch, looks at second, has no play, goes to first, 1 away. Bars.
number 45.
Here's Rob Masters. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Runner heads to third. He will stay there. They're at the corners now.
Now batting, the
As Jack Johnson steps in, 1 for 4 with a single. 1 out, a runner at first, a runner at third,
Outside.
and a pretty good hitter at the plate.
No, that's high.
Johnson ahead 2-0. That one's in there for a strike. The 2-1 coming. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. The pitch swung on and off the glove of Urolakash. They'll go to second for 1. Not in time to get the out at first, and the runner scores from third, and it's 6-3, but now 2 outs in the inning. McGuire at the plate with 2 down, bottom of the 10th,
Ball, that's low.
and he's got a 1-1 count. 1-2. Bounced foul outside the first base line. And that is a called strike 3 to end the game. McGuire not happy with the call, has a few words for the umpires as he is leaving the field. But it is what it is. 6-3 your final. 6 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Man Meats for the Empire. 3 runs on 8 hits, also no errors. Your batting statistics for the game. A lot of walks, 11 total walks issued in the game. 15 strikeouts by both teams combined. Your winning pitcher is Lemieux. He comes in relief and gets the win, striking out 3 in 2 innings, walking 1, giving up no runs. Spinner gets the loss. He goes 2/3 of an inning and gives up the big 3-run homer and another earned run into the bargain, saddling himself with the loss. Uri Cash with the 3-run homer that broke it open in the 10th is your first star. Dizzy Wilkes gets star number 2, and Torres with 2 RBIs is your 3rd star of the game. Big win for the Man Meats there, as not only do they improve their record to 13-21, but they knock the Empire's record down to 21-13. Next game on the docket, Steamers at Desperados. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the Steamers. Prince Yelich plays second base. He's going to lead it off. After him will be Mattingly, who plays first. Chumbawamba in center field will be the number 3 hitter. In the cleanup spot today, Suzuki in right field. Rizzo will bat 5th and play short. Hammer in left field will bat 6th. In the 7th spot, it's the catcher, Monsoon. Batting 8th, the third baseman, Avery. And on the mound today, Rick Vaughn II will bat 9th. Vaughn coming in with a 3.02 ERA for the Steamers and a 3-1 record. He also has 2 saves to his credit. For the Desperados, Benderson in left field leads off. The center fielder Mondavi will bat 2nd. Right fielder Connors bats 3rd. In the cleanup spot, it's Barry Bombs. He will play 3rd base. Rodriguez behind the plate bats 5. Yelnats, the shortstop, in the 6th spot. Lambert will play 1st and bat 7th. Blobfish will bat 8th and be at second base. And on the mound will be McGillicuddy. Don't seem to have batting statistics for McGillicuddy, so we'll have to assume that he's a pitcher, and he will bat 9th. Let's head out to the ballpark. Cleveland's record coming into the game, 21-12. And the Desperados sitting at 13-20.
Now batting the second
Steamers
baseman, number 6.
tied for the lead in the Colonial Division with the Turkeys. This has popped up behind second base. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting the first baseman,
And it's Dong Mattingly to take pitch number 2 from McGillicuddy. Swung on and fouled away. Swing and a miss, 2-2 the count. And Mattingly goes down on strikes for the 24th time this year. And that'll bring up Chumbawamba coming in with a .288 average. And he takes ball 1 from McGillicuddy. And ball 2. Swung on and lifted high into the air, but not especially deep in right field. And Connors makes the catch to retire the side. Steamers go in order in the top of the first. Desperados will send Benderson, Mondavi, and Connors to the plate in the bottom half of the inning.
Fielder, number 21.
Ground ball up the middle. Rizzo to Mattingly, 1 away.
Now batting the
That'll bring up Eagle Mondavi.
number 77.
Mondavi fouls the first pitch down the right side, strike 1. Bouncing ball to first, Mattingly bare hands. He will step on the bag. That's going to be 2 away for Wes Connors.
Number
Connors with a 272 average, 21 runs driven in this year. He sends a bouncer to first. Mattingly gloves it with his radioactive glove and steps on the bag. Another 1-2-3 half inning. They go that way in the first. As we go to the second, it's scoreless, hitless, and errorless for each team. And here is Suzuki batting cleanup for the Steamers. And she grounds a ball towards short, bombs over from third, has it, throws her out at first base, one away.
Number 9.
Here's Javier Brizzo. Brizzo coming into today's contest batting .256. He sends this one high into the air in left field. Routine fly ball for Benderson, who pulls it in.
Left fielder, number 5.
And here is Duke Hammer with 2 down. And McGillicuddy starts him with 2 straight balls. And then a third one just above the zone. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. And a walk issued
Now batting, the catcher, number 14.
to Brizzo, and Monsoon will step in now with a runner at first, but 2 down in the inning. Ball 1. Strike 1. The 1-2 pitch to Monsoon is off the plate inside, 2-2. That one's going to get away from the catcher. It was a called strike 3. They have to throw him out at first, and they just barely do. So a walk in the inning, but that's all. As we head to the bottom of the second, it's Barry Bombs to lead it off. Bombs takes strike 1 from Vaughn. 1-1. Line drive, but Yelich is there
Now batting, the catcher,
to make the catch, 1 away.
25.
Strike 1. Ball 1. The count 1-2 on Rodriguez. He takes a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And struck him out looking.
Now batting, the shortstop,
That'll bring up Stanley Yelnats. Vaughn's first strikeout of the day is the second out of the second inning. And Yelnats pops it up. And Vaughn makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Desperados in the second. We're still scoreless as we head to the third.
batting, the third baseman,
Here is Richard Avery to lead it off for the Steamers. And a ground ball hit to short. 1 pitch, 1 out.
the pitcher, number 9.
And here is Rick Vaughn the second. 2 for 11 this season, 3 strikeouts. And he's behind 0-2 here, and he will strike out for a 4th time.
Now batting, the
And that'll bring up
second
the
baseman,
leadoff man,
number
Prince
6.
Yelich, 0 for 1 today. Two 2-0 the count on Yelich. And now 3-0. And on 4 straight, McGillicuddy lets him trot down to first.
Now batting, the first
That'll bring up
baseman,
Dong Mattingly.
number 23.
Mattingly on an offer. And he swings and misses badly at the first pitch. 1-1. Swung on and driven to Blobfish at second. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. Still no hits in the game. A walk issued to each side. We head to the bottom of the 3rd
The first
in a scoreless tie.
number
And Teddy
14.
Lambert at the plate. He takes ball 1 from Vaughn. The 1-1 is popped up right around the plate. And drifting over to make the catch is the catcher Monsoon. He made the catch because that's what catchers do, and he's a catcher, so he caught it.
30.
Strike 1 to Blobfish. That's fouled away. 0-2 the count. And Chonky sends this one down the first base line. Mattingly with the barehanded play will make the out.
Pitcher, number
And here's the pitcher McGillicuddy with 2 outs in the inning. That's over for a strike. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Here's the 0-2 from Vaughn. It's low, 1-2. 2-2 now. Back to the mound off Vaughn's glove. He recovers and throws to Mattingly. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the third. Still hitless and scoreless in the game. We head to the top of 4, and I have to take a leak. I'll be right back.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 51. Number 50. Now batting, the shortstop, number 9. Now batting, the left fielder, number 21.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? Looks like I missed another 1-2-3 inning. That was fast. And Benderson strikes out looking.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7.
Here's Eagle Mondavi for the second time today. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th, still no score. Fouled away, 2-2 the count now on Mondavi. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Vaughn the second sits him down. That'll bring up Wes Connors. 3 strikeouts for Vaughn today. 2 outs, nobody aboard as Connors steps in. 0 for 1, as is everybody. 2-1 the count now on Connors. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lifted into the air. That's going to make it to the seats. Another 2-2 coming and another foul ball going. The 2-2. Swung on and driven into center field. Charging is Chumbawamba. He makes the catch. Keeps the no-no alive and retires the side. We head to the top of 5th. Top of 5th? Those are words. The top of the 5th inning. Duke Hammer will lead it off. Walked in his first appearance. And he starts with a strike from McGillicuddy and then a ball. It's 1-1. Swung on, lifted into the air. Heading over into foul territory to make the catch is Blobfish. 1 away. Sorry. Is that right? No. Yes, 1 away. Here's Thermos Monsoon with vinyl and stripes and a cup built right in. He will take strike 1. And a ball off the inside of the plate. 1-1. Swung on, lifted in the air off his hands into shallow left. Tough play. Bombs is there. Thought that one might drop for a minute there, but the play is made for out number 2. That'll bring up Richard Avery for the second time today. And he's ahead of McGillicuddy 2-0. Now 2-1 as McGillicuddy comes back with the forkball for a strike. And it's 3-1. And the pitchers seeming to be preferring to give up walks rather than hits. Another runner aboard for the Steamers. And here's the pitcher, Vaughn the second at the plate. He's behind McGillicuddy, 0-2. Two and two now. And a well-hit ball down the right field line, but it twists foul and out of play. And we'll have another 2-2 coming. Off the plate, full count. The runner will be going. The pitch. Walked him. Second consecutive walk.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Drawn
number
by the
6.
Steamers. That'll take us back to the top of the order. He walked the pitcher with 2 outs. Yelich swings and misses at the first pitch. Strike one. 1-1 now. 2-1. And that's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count on Yelich. And he hits a hard line drive to left to the track and caught by Benderson. That one was hit a long way, but not all the way. And the no-no is intact as we are halfway through the game. Leading it off for the Desperados will be Barry Bombs. He'll take a ball somewhere. I'm not sure where that was. Ball 2 from Vaughn. And a strike right down the heart. 2-1. 2-2 now. The pitch. Full count. The payoff coming. Swung on. Fouled off his fists, and this is going to reach the seats. And he will draw the walk. Leadoff runner aboard for Ricky Rodriguez here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ball 1 well inside there. Runner goes, swing and a miss. The throw to second in time, got him. 1 away. And a foul ball there. Rodriguez behind 1-2. Popped up off the end of the bat, shallow left field. Another tricky play, but it'll be made by Brizzo coming over from shorts, 2 down as Yelnats steps in. 1-1 the count on Yelnats. Ground ball to short. Brizzo up with it. Over to first, 3 down. Another 1-2-3 inning if you don't count the walk. You know, because he got thrown out at second. Anyway, no hits yet. Here's Mattingly to lead off the 6th for the Steamers. You get what I'm saying. 2-0. Strike 1. The 2-2 pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again. Another foul ball and another 2-2 pitch due to Mattingly. That's ball 3, just missing with the curveball. And a bouncer to third. Bombs has it. Long throw, but in time. 1 away. Here's Kevin Chumbawamba.
Number 11.
And he fouls that one off. 1-1 the count now from McGillicuddy. And it's 1-2. Just missing up. The 2-2 misses outside. Full count to Chumbawamba, and there's the first base hit of the day. Back up the middle into center field, a single for Chumbawamba. The first hit for either team here in the top of the 6th. Here is Suzuki with a runner at first and 1 away. She swings and misses at a high fastball. 0-1. That's off the plate. 1-1. 2-1. And they go inside this time and miss 3 balls, 1 strike. And Suzuki bounces that one in front of Benderson. That'll be a base hit. 2 runners aboard now as the Steamers seem to have figured out the riddle. And as soon as they do, the Desperados ask a new question. Ethan Nance is going to take over on the mound. Double switch pressing will be at shortstop in the 9 spot. Brizzo at the plate now, 1 away, 2 aboard. And here's a little looper. This could be trouble, and it is going to drop. 1 run is going to score. The other runner heading for third. He will be in there safely. 1-0 Steamers on a little I didn't mean to off the end of the bat swing. And here's a hard hit ball, but it's popped straight up into the air into right field. Catch is made deep enough to score the run. The tagger runs and scores. The runner tags and scores from third. I have a fully functioning cerebral cortex. I swear it. Broken bat, foul ball for Monsoon. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And a called strike 3 on the inside corner. 2 runs scored in the inning on 3 hits by the Steamers. That breaks up the no-no. Now we head to the bottom half where Vaughn has his own no-no going. He will face Lambert to start it off. Lambert with a bouncer to third. Avery has it over to first, 1 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, number.
And here is Chonky Blobfish. He'll take a ball well off the plate. And a strike well inside. 1-1 and a base hit to left field. So the 6th inning is the death knell for both no-hitters, as Blobfish slides in with a double to start the bottom half of the inning. And Troy Pressing will step in. Pressing came in as part of the double switch in the last half inning. He is batting in the 9 spot. And he puts a charge into this ball, deep right center field and out of here. See you later. 2-run shot knocks this game back up at 2 runs aside.
Now batting, the left.
That'll bring Ricky Benderson to the plate with 1 out. The game knotted back up at 2. And a little dribbler. Tough play for Vaughn off the mound, but he recovers in time to make it for the 2nd out. And here comes Eagle Mondavi. Mondavi takes strike 1 from Vaughn. The 2-1 pitch is hit on the ground. Mattingly with a diving stop will make the play over to Vaughn covering to end the inning. So both teams score 2 runs in the 6th, and we have basically the same game we had before in the top of the 7th. The score all tied up. Pinch hitter now for Avery. It'll be Roger Chambers. And he will turn on one and send it back up the middle. A little inside-out swing for a leadoff single here in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitcher's spot now. And he will make way for a pinch hitter in the person of Willie Mays Hayes. Runner at first, nobody out, and that's ball 1 to Hayes. The 1-1 popped up. That's going to get out of play into the seats. Oh, and it landed right on somebody's hot dog. An extra ball on that wiener. This is a pop up to first base. And Lambert makes the catch, 1 away. Here's Prince Yelich.
Number 6.
Nance delivers, strike 1. And that's a base hit through the right side. 2 runners aboard now, still only 1 out in the Steamers' half of the 7th. And here's Dong Mattingly. Mattingly takes a ball inside. And it's 3-0 on the first baseman. And he takes a 4th ball, and he will take a base.
The center fielder, number 11.
Here's Kevin Chumbawamba. He was the first to break up the no-hitter, but he pops this one up behind the plate. Should be an easy play for Rodriguez, and it is. The runners have to stay at their bases. There are 3 of them. The bases loaded with Steamers as Suzuki steps in. 2 outs for the cleanup hitter, and she's behind 0-2. And she takes a ball just low for ball 1. Swung on and driven high into the air, left center field. And there to make the catch is Benderson to retire the side and leave the bases loaded. Steamers strand 3. They will bring in a new pitcher for the bottom half of the 7th. It'll be Frankenbeans taking over after the stretch. He will face 3, 4, and 5 for the Desperados.
Number 10.
Way inside with ball 1 is Beans. And then right over the plate, it's 1-1.
1-1.
And then right over the plate, it's 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1-1. 1 1-2 now. Swung on and missed, struck him out.
Now back. The third base.
Beans strikes out the first batter he faces and will now face Barry Bombs, who fists one in the air to shallow right. Coming out from second is Yelich to make the catch on the grass. Here's the catcher Rodriguez with 2 down, nobody aboard. 2-0 the count. And 3-0. And on 4 straight, Beans gives a free pass. That'll bring up the pitcher's spot, Ethan Nance. He will bat for himself. And he will swing at the first pitch, lifting it into right field, caught by Suzuki to end the inning. We head to the top of 8, 2-2 is your score. And also a thing that ballerinas wear. Here's Javier Brizzo. Brizzo 1 for 3 with an RBI single today. And he pops this one up as he reached for that one to try and protect the zone. And Rodriguez has it. That's 2 away. Sorry, 1 away. Getting ahead of myself. Here's Duke Hammer. High fly ball, but it's going to be out of play into the seats. And a bad catch there as that bounces off a young man's hand right into his fiance's face. And she is not and she has thrown her engagement ring onto the field. It's an ugly scene in the right field bleachers. Security has been called. It's tough. 2 outs in the inning now. Monsoon at the plate with a 2-2, and he swings and misses on a cross-up, up in on his hands. That's going to end the inning. We head to the bottom of 8, tied at 2.
Now back, the first baseman, number 14.
And here's Teddy Lambert leading off the bottom of the 8th inning for the Desperados. Ground ball to short. Brizzo has it. Over to Mattingly, 1 away. Here's Chonky. He'll take a strike from Beans. Bouncing ball back to the mound. Beans has it. Over to first, 2 down. Troy pressing at the plate. The shortstop with a homer earlier, 2-run shot to get the Desperados back into this one. He's got a 2-1 count here. 3-1. And now here's the payoff. Swung on and missed. That's another strikeout in the books. That will end the 8th inning. We're going to head to the 9th, tied once again.
Now batting, the third baseman.
I'm just receiving word from my producer that the Desperados have agreed to give the new bachelor a year's supply of Tito's handmade vodka, which is good news for him as he drinks to forget. Pop up, shallow left, 1 away. New pitcher coming in. It'll be Sue Ellis on the mound, taking over for the Desperados. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count on the pitcher Beans at the plate. 1-2 now. Just misses with the breaking ball, 2-2. Ground ball through the left side, pressing with the backhand over to first in time. And that'll be 2 outs for Prince Yelich. Nobody on base. Ball 1. 2-1 the count now. Ellis delivers, strike 2. The pitch from Ellis is a little bit out for ball 3. That is popped up, protecting the plate. He sends that one into the seats. Here's another payoff pitch. And that's a ground ball to the left side. Pressing has it. And they get it to first just in time. Get inning over. We head to the bottom of the 9th. Desperados have the top of their order coming up, looking to walk it off here. It'll be Ricky Benderson the first bidding to do so. And he'll take a ball off the plate. 2-0. Foul ball, 2-1. That's a grounder up the line. It stays fair. Chambers to Mattingly, and that will be one away. Here's Mondavi, 0 for 3 today. He bats with 1 out in the inning, no runners on base, and a tie game in the bottom of the ninth. Well hit ball off the glove of the third baseman. It trickles out into left field, and Brizzo retrieves it. He will have to stay at first. But the winning run is on base for Wes Connors with 1 out. Ball 1. The pitch. And Beans looking for a ground ball, potential double play. This one gets away from the catcher. It rolls all the way to the backstop. Down to second goes the runner. And the winning run in scoring position with 1 out for the Desperados. And there's a walk. They put him on base, I think, semi-intentionally to keep the double play on the table. 2 runners aboard, 1 out in a tie game. Barry Bombs at the plate. And that is a ground ball to the right side. Yelich has it, and they turn the double play to get out of the bases, the 2-runner jam with 1 out. A nice bit of pitching there to get the double play ball. Heads us into extra innings. And I think this game is trolling me. All these fucking extra inning games, I got to keep talking the whole damn time. What the hell? 2-1 the count, now 3-1 on Mattingly. And there's a leadoff walk in the top of the 10th. That'll bring Chumbawamba to the plate. Ground ball right side, Lambert to pressing to Ellis. The classic 3-6-1 double play. 2 down now as Suzuki steps in. Fly ball, shallow center. Coming in hard is Mondavi. He will make the catch. Here is Ricky Rodriguez. The 5-hitter will lead off the bottom of the 10th. And once again, the Desperados looking for a chance to walk it off. And here's a little pop-up in the infield coming off the mound. It's calling for and making the catch is Beans. 1 down. Here's Dre Mitchell pinch hitting in the 6th spot here. Two-1 the count from Beans. Ground ball right side, Yelich to Mattingly, 2 down. It's Teddy Lambert. Lambert takes a ball off the plate. 2-0. 2-1 now. The 3-1 pitch is in there, full count to Lambert. Back up the middle, that's going to be a base hit with 2 outs. A good patient at bat there. Pays dividends in the form of a single, and it will bring Chonky Blobfish to the plate with the winning run on base. Beans is done. Nuke LaLoosh comes in and delivers a strike to Blobfish. Line drive right into Brizzo's glove. That'll end the 10th inning. We head to the 11th now. Aaron Ozark is going to take over on the mound for the Desperados. Steamers will send Brizzo, Hammer, and Monsoon to the plate. Looking to put a run on the board and spare my aching vocal cords. I still got 2 more games to go, guys. Let's get this one over with. The 1-1 pitch is hit on the ground towards Blobfish, over to first for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5.
1 ball, no strikes. And that's fouled off the left side, 1-1. 2-1. 2-2, the count on Hammer. Well hit ball, center field, line drive. This is over the head of the center fielder, off the wall. Mondavi gathers it in. Runner heading for second. That's going to be a one-out double.
Now batting, the catcher,
That'll bring up Thermos
number
Monsoon
14.
with the go-ahead run in scoring position and one out. Monsoon takes strike one from Ozark. Swing and a miss for strike two. Monsoon fouls that one away. He'll have another 0-2 pitch to contend with here. Right over the plate, called strike three. Monsoon was frozen by the breaking ball. And that will be the second out of the inning. Roger Chambers at the plate now, has a single today in a couple of trips. They pitch out, and they're going to put him on base with first base open. They want the force at any base. Intentional walk.
Now batting, the pitcher,
They walk him to
number
get to the
6
pitcher's
batting,
spot, but they
number
will
29.
pinch hit for Lelouch. And it'll be Santana at the plate with the chance to put the Steamers on top. He's got a 1-1 count. Back through the middle, a base hit. This will score a run. Runner heading for third. The throw not in time. 3-2 Steamers your score. Runners now at second and
The
third.
second baseman, number 6.
And here is Prince Yelich. 2 outs, runners second and third in the top of the 11th inning. It's a 3-2 game. 1-1 count. Popped up behind the plate. And with enough room to make the play is Rodriguez. That will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the 11th. Clemente will take over on the mound, facing 9-1-2 for the Desperados, who are now desperate for a run to keep this game alive. Here's Troy Pressing. He had a home run that scored the 2 runs for the Desperados in today's contest. And he's got a 2-1 count here from Clemente. 2-2 now. Fouled off. Off his hands, in the air, shallow center field. And Chumbawamba is there for the grab.
The left fielder, batting, number
And Benderson is out. Easy Breezy will come in to pinch hit. Nobody on, 1 out. Off his hands, a bouncer to Yelich. And that's out number 2. The Desperados down to their last out. And it will be Eagle Mondavi playing the last hope for the Desperados. He takes a strike and a ball, and he has a 1-1 count. 1-2 now. Last strike for the Desperados is a grounder to Chambers all the way across the diamond. Got him at first, and that mercifully ends the game in the bottom of the 11th. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Steamers. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Desperados. No errors for either team. There you see your batting statistics. 7 walks issued by the Desperados to go along with 7 strikeouts. Your winning pitcher is Lelouch. He pitches a third of an inning and gets the win. Clemente gets the save. Both of those guys with 0 stat lines all the way across. Ozark gets the loss, giving up the earned run in the 11th that proved to be the difference in the game. Troy Pressing with the 2-run homer for the Desperados for some reason gets the first star. Duke Hammer, the second star, with a double and an RBI. Rick Vaughn, the second, is the third star with 6 innings pitched, giving up 2 hits and 2 earned runs. While we set up the next game, I'm going to refresh my water bottle, getting ready for another extra inning affair, I'm sure. And we're back with a cold and refreshing Snapple Takes Two to Mango Tea. This game brought to you by Snapple, made from the best stuff on earth. It's the Darlas at the Wild Things. Dusty Crust to lead it off for the Darlas, coming in with a 347 average, 22 RBIs, and 7 long balls for the third baseman.
Ball, that's up.
1-1 the count. Johnny Dickshot on the mound
Ball outside.
for the Wild Things. Popped up, drifting over in front of the dugout. McDouble makes the catch.
The shortstop, number 22.
Ground ball up the middle. O'Shea has it on the backhand. Throws to first and 2 away. Here is catcher Bob Marley. First pitch swinging, bouncer to O'Shea, and that's 3 away. Bars. Oh no, sorry, it's not Big Head Baseball that got the Snapple sponsorship. It's just that I'm drinking Snapple, and it's helping me be able to talk. There's a line drive up the middle. A base hit to start the bottom of the first for the Wild Things.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 69.
No, inside.
Here's Paps Bear Hatman.
Ball.
He's ahead 2-0 on sequel injection on the mound for the Darlas. 3-1 the counts. Swung on and hit high and deep. Left center field, back, and out of here. A 2-run homer for Bear Hatman. Sends that one 413 feet over the fence.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 84.
2-0 your score. That is the third long ball of the year for Bear Hatman.
Ball inside.
That'll bring Twin Screw to the plate. Twin Screw batting 387, and he puts a charge into this ball. It is caught by Anthony right at the edge of the track. Another long fly ball. And here's the catcher, Beefcake McDouble.
That's inside.
McDouble announcing that he will be retiring at the end of the season. But I hear tell they got a pretty damn good prospect taking over behind the plate once McDouble hangs up the spikes. Here's a line drive, left center field. Take a good look, you won't see it for long. That one is out of here. Second home run of the inning for the Wild Things. McDouble will touch them all for the 6th time this year. 3-0 now your score.
That's outside.
1 away in the inning. Carlos Ramos at the plate.
Ball, that's low.
And he's got a 3-0 count.
Take your base.
Taking all the way, he takes ball 4.
Now batting,
And the
third
6th batter of the inning
number 23.
comes to the plate with only 1 away. It's Skylar Stevens.
Outside.
Stevens batting 234 on the year, and he will add to that number as that's going to get through the right side. Runner trying to go first to third. The throw, not in time. And they are at the corners for Holden Tudix. And his 175 average. 7 runs batted in on the year, and he's got a 1-1 count.
That's down.
2-1.
That's low.
That gets away from the catcher, but
He's in.
not far enough for the run to score, but the runner does move down to second. Second and third now, 1 out for Tudix. And he's got a full count. Swing and a miss struck him out. Injection gets a strikeout there for the second out of the inning, but the 8th batter of the inning comes to the plate right now and takes ball 1.
No, that's high.
2-0 the count.
No, that's low.
Low 3-0. And a line drive hit right to McLongballs. That will finally end the inning, but the Wild Things score 3 on a couple of home runs.
The left fielder.
Top of the second. Wishful thinking. 3-0 Wild Things.
That's outside.
2-0 now on Anthony. Hard hit ball to the right side, but O'Shea has it over to first, 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 14.
Ball
And it's
high.
McLongballs at the plate. Fair ball up the third base line. Stevens throws to first, but not in time. Long throw, tough play for
The right
Stevens.
fielder, number 1.
And the runner will reach on a infield hit. Hard hit ball, high and deep, right field, back at the wall, and out of here. See you later, a 2-run bomb off the bat of Dalton. Makes it a 1-run
Now
game
batting,
again.
The second baseman.
And here's
number
Thomas
2.
Rose with 1 out in the inning.
Ball high. Deep run. Deep run. That's high. Out.
Now batting, the
Line
center
drive right at
fielder,
O'Shea, 2 down.
number 38.
Ball high.
Here's No Chang.
Deep run. No, that's high. No.
3-1 the count. That's over. Payoff pitch coming.
Ball 4.
Ball 4.
Now
Another
batting,
free
the
pass.
pitcher, number 1.
And here is the pitcher injection with 2 outs in the inning.
Deep run.
He will take a strike at the knees.
Deep run. Ball off.
Fouled away, 0-2.
Ball, that's inside.
Missing the plate there with the screwball, 1-2.
3.
Swing and a miss struck him out. That will end the inning, but the Darlas answer. They put 2 runs on the board on 2 hits, one of which was a fly ball just over the right field wall.
27.
Here's Johnny Dickshot to lead it off for the Wild Things. He will be first pitch swinging.
He's out.
Rose will barehand the ground ball and throw him out at first, 1 away.
Fielder, number 24.
Ball outside.
It's Tricky Henderson.
No, that's high.
You know, just a public service announcement to you guys naming your players. There were other players in baseball besides Ricky Henderson who could have puns made out of their names.
The shortstop.
Just an observation. Here's Paps Bear Hatman. He homered in his first at bat, accounting for the first 2 Wild Things runs. This is popped up to the right side. Long run for second baseman Rose, but he makes the catch, 2 down. Runner has to stay at first. Here's Mike Twinscrew.
Number 84.
No, high.
Ball 1.
Ball, that's low.
2-0 the count on Twinscrew. Hard hit ball, center field, no doubt about this one. This is way out of here. Another long ball for the Wild Things. And it's 5-2.
The catcher, number 26.
Here's Beefcake McDouble. Homered in his first at bat, but he grounds to third here. Crust
He's out.
fires over to first, and that will retire the side. Another 2 runs scored by the Wild Things. 5-2 the tally as we head to the top of the third.
The third baseman, number 57.
No, high.
This inning is brought to you by Minimalist Broadcasting. Foul ball.
Ball outside.
Ball 2.
Ball, that's outside.
Ball 3.
Take your base.
Ball 4, he walked.
Now batting, the shortstop, number
McLovin
22.
bats. Pitch. Strike.
Ball inside.
Ball.
No, that's high.
Ball.
That's up.
Ball.
Ball 4.
Ball. Walk.
Now batting the catcher.
Marley.
Number 69.
Pitch.
D-Rod.
Strike. Ball.
Foul ball.
Foul. Fly ball.
You're out.
Out.
Save.
Safe.
Now batting the left fielder.
Anthony.
Number 11.
That's outside.
Ball.
Low.
Ball.
Outside.
Ball.
Take your base.
Walk. Bases loaded.
Now batting the first baseman. Number
McLong
14.
balls.
D-Rod.
Strike.
D-Rod.
Strike.
Ball outside.
Ball. Grand slam.
Now batting the right fielder. Number 1.
6-5. Dalton. Strike.
D-Rod.
Strike. Ground ball.
He's out.
Out.
Now batting the second baseman.
Rose.
Number 2.
Foul ball.
Foul.
No, inside.
Ball.
D-Rod.
Ball. Strike. And another hard hit ball to center field. This one could be out of here. Second home run of the inning. 5th run scored. 419 feet over the fence for Rose. It's 7-5.
The center fielder. Number 38.
Ball outside.
Ball.
That's inside.
Ball.
D-Rod.
There's a strike right down the middle.
D-Rod.
And strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We'll do it again as no chickadee, no Chang fouls that one away. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's going to end the inning. And this concludes this week's episode of low effort game calling.
Ball.
We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Carlos Ramos to lead it off. He walked his first time at the plate. 2-1. Base hit back up the middle. Chang gathers it in.
Now batting the third baseman.
Here's Skylar Stevens with a runner at first, nobody out. Hard hit ball right at the first baseman. It's off his glove. McLovin gets the out at second. Unable to turn the double play.
The center fielder. Number 2.
One out runner at first. Tudix at the plate. He takes ball 1 from injection. Hard hit ball high and deep right field. Drifting back to the track to the wall. It's off the wall. Takes a funny bounce. 1 run is going to score, and Tudix is trying for 3. And he will be in there safely with a triple. An RBI triple for Tudix.
32.
7-6 now your score.
Inside.
Anybody watch the Rockies get
that's
fucking
inside.
embarrassed last night, 23-5? Ground ball right side, McLong balls with a diving stop over to injection covering, 2 outs. Another run scores and the game is tied. I turned it off at 9-1, and I looked this morning and saw the final, and I was like, oh my God.
That's outside.
2-1 the count on Johnny Dick shot.
Ball.
Yeah, it was pathetic. Full count, payoff pitch to Dick shot. Popped up behind the plate.
Foul ball.
And that's going to be out of play.
Take your base.
If this game goes to extras, I'm staging a wildcat strike of the Big Head Commentators Union that I'm going to organize right before I do that. And I'm the only member, and I'm the president, so I decide what happens.
Ball. That's outside.
1-1. 1-2 to Tricky Henderson.
You're out.
Swing and a miss struck him out.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 1. Now batting, number 6.
We're going to have a pitching change here. Ben Stackenpaper is going to come in.
High.
And here's a hard hit ball. The first batter he faces puts this one off the wall. This is going to be at least 2. Henderson gets the ball in, and that'll be a leadoff double.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Dusty Crust will step in now. We got a tie game at 7. Molecular Chungus on the mound. Taking over here in the top of the 4th with a runner in scoring position. And here's a little looper out to right. That's going to be caught by Twin Screw on the dive. Holy cow.
The shortstop, number 22.
What a play, ranging out into right
Ball.
field.
Outside.
Chungus delivers ball 1 to Rocco McLovin.
Foul ball.
That's a foul ball up the right side.
Nope. That's high.
2-1.
Ball inside.
3-1 now. That one's fouled away. Full count. Payoff pitch due to McLovin. Chungus delivers. This is popped up behind the plate. Should be enough room for McDouble to make the catch, and he does.
Now batting,
2 away. Here's Bob Marley.
number 69.
That is a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Apparently the smoke got in his eyes. Marley goes down swinging. 7-7 the score as we head to the bottom of 4 bars.
The shortstop, number 60.
Doyle on the mound delivers to Bear Hatman. Bear Hatman with a 2-run homer earlier in the game.
That's down.
He's ahead 2-1 here on Doyle.
Outside.
Now 3-1. Bear Hatman swinging away, pops this one up shallow right field.
He's out.
And caught by Rose.
Now batting, the first baseman, number.
No, Burns, you didn't miss anything. It's only
Nope,
7-7.
that's inside.
2-0.
That's up.
3-0 now on Twin Screw. And the curveball catches the zone for a strike. Rose with a diving stop robs Twin Screw of a run. Throws him out at first.
Number 26.
Here's Beefcake McDouble. Also has a home run in today's game.
Low.
He's got a 1-1 count here.
High.
2-2 the count now on the big catcher. And that is through the right side. It gets down for a base hit.
Now batting,
Runner aboard for Ramos. 2 outs in the inning.
number 15.
No, inside.
1-2 the count on Ramos.
Foul ball.
Fouled away. We'll do another 1-2.
No, high. Outside.
Full count to Ramos. Runner goes on the pitch, and this is well hit into center field. Will it get down? It will not. No Chiggity, no Chang. makes the catch. We head to the fifth. We're tied at 7.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 11.
And this inning
Now batting,
is
the
brought
first
to you by
baseman, number 14.
ASMR Baseball announcing. Peter McLongball's at the plate, takes strike 1 from Chungus. That's a foul ball up the left side.
Ball outside.
1-2 to count. Bouncer to the right side. Twin screw. Throws to Chungus
Now
covering
batting,
first
the right
base.
fielder,
And
number
that'll be
1.
the out. Number 2. Here's Moses
Ball, that's
Dalton.
outside.
Chungus delivers ball 1. 1-1 to count.
No, that's high.
Swung on and grounded back to the mound. Chungus buries, throws to first. And that will end the inning. Well, I kind of hope that inning would go on a little bit longer, as that was kind of soothing.
23.
Bless you, Doyle. Doyle with the hay fever real hard. Delivers a pitch. This is fouled into the seats. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down now for Holden Tudix, who had the RBI triple in his last at bat.
No, that's low.
And he'll take a ball from Doyle.
No.
And another one off the plate away.
D-Rod.
The 2-0 is in there for strike 1. Swing right back up the middle through the wickets and into center field.
Now batting,
And I've just learned that for our next inning,
number
we have a very special guest. We have a very special guest coming in to call the next inning, Bane. Bane from The Dark Knight Rises will be coming in to call the next inning. We're very excited to have Bane in the booth. And we will see him in the top of the 6th. He's just getting comfortable now. Bouncer back to Doyle, over to first.
Now batting, the pitcher,
And that'll be
13.
out number 2, and it'll bring Chungus to the plate.
D-Rod.
0-2 the count on Chungus.
Foul ball.
Fouled away, broken bat.
Foul ball.
A new bright yellow piece of lumber in the hands of Chungus. He fouls that one away.
3, you're out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will end the 5th inning. Bane, why don't you come on in here, take over the mic for this half inning. We're very glad to have you. Come on in here, get comfortable.
Number 2.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
That's high.
Ball 1, high and away to Rose.
That's outside.
Ball 2,
D-Rod. D-Rod.
2-2 the count on Thomas Rose.
Foul ball.
Fouled into the seats.
High.
Called strike 3.
Now batting, the center
And
fielder,
Rose will go back to the
number
dugout to
13.
lead a workers' revolt.
No, that's not really appropriate, Bane. We're not leading any workers' revolts in the dugouts.
That's inside.
That would be very, very dangerous, I think.
That's down.
For you, 3-1 the count on No
Ball
Chang.
4.
He walks.
Now
No one
batting,
knows
the
his
pitcher,
power.
Now batting, number 28.
We have a pitching change. J.W. Doyle will be pinch hit for. Fouled away. The
Ball, that's
0-1 pitch. 1-1 now.
That's low.
Chungus delivers ball 2
Nope,
to
inside.
McKinstry.
D-Rod.
And it's a full count.
Ball 4.
You have my permission to take your
Now
base.
batting, the third
Ball
baseman.
4.
Now pitching, number
New pitcher coming
19.
in for the Wild Things, Rico Cannon. First pitch to Cross is fouled away.
Ball.
1-1. Behind the plate, To the screen and out of play.
Foul ball. No, high.
A bouncer up the middle. O'Shea can't make the throw to second. They get the out at third.
Number 22.
2 outs now. Runners second and third. And a line drive down the right side. 1 run is in. 2 runs have scored. And Batman will kneel before me
Number 69.
as the Darlers take the lead 9-7.
No, that's inside. Foul.
That's a foul ball, which counts as a strike in all baseball leagues throughout the world. Another foul ball. 2-2 the count. Swung on, driven up the middle. O'Shea to twin screw. Inning over. I have to go. Goodbye.
All right. Thank you, Bane. Thank you, Bane, for coming in.
Now batting the
I'm not
right
sure who set up that
fielder.
promotion. That movie came out many years ago. I don't know whose idea this was. Rose with a ground ball over to McLong balls, 1 away. I don't know whose idea. Jimmy? Jimmy, was this your idea to have this maniac come in here? You can't even understand what the fuck this guy is saying. Strike 1 to Bear Hatman. You can't even understand what the fuck this guy is talking about. I mean, how do you have a guy who has a thing over his mouth and nose announce a baseball game? It's ridiculous. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's out number 2. I mean, it wasn't your idea, Jimmy? Well, let me talk to Carl. Where is Carl? Get Carl on the phone. I want to know whose idea it was to have this maniac come into the booth. He knocked over my chair. He broke one of the legs off. Swing and a high fly ball to center field, and I want somebody to answer for it. This is out of here. Home run, Wild Things. 448 feet. And that closes the gap to 9-8 and brings Beefcake McDouble to the plate, who was already homered today, with 2 outs. And a little dribbler to the mound. Woods handles it over to first. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. We head to the 7th now. 9-8 your score.
Now batting.
No, Jimmy. No, Jimmy. Listen to me. No more guest announcers unless you clear it with me. This is my booth. I want these things cleared with me. 1-1 the count on Anthony. No, I don't care. I don't care what Franklin said. That's not his call. It's not his call, Jimmy. And a walk issued there. God damn it, Jimmy.
The first baseman, number 14.
All right. Okay, fine. Yeah, give me a double G&T with an extra twist of line. 1-1 the count on McLongballs at the plate. McLongballs 2 for 3, the home run. A grand slam home run. He's got a full count here. With a runner at first, this is popped up middle of the infield. And the catch made by Cannon for out number 1.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 1.
And I've just been handed a note here by our producer, Jimmy. It says I just read it, foul ball. Just read straight copy. Okay. This half inning brought to you by Burger King. Burger King, at least you're not eating raw sewage. What, who wrote this copy, Jimmy? This is stupid. And a base hit through the left side. Runner goes down to second, looking for a soul to steal. There's 2 on base in a 1-run game, and the Darlas are looking to make a deal. 1-1 the count. Popped up behind the plate. And that is foul and out of play.
That's high.
2-2 the count now on Rose. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And here's no Chickadee, no Chang. Darla's on top by a run. They got 2 runners on base. High fly ball left field. Back on the track.
He's out.
The catch is made by Ramos for out number 3. At the stretch, it's a 1-run game, 9-8. Wild Things coming to the plate, 5, 6, and 7 due up.
The left fielder, number 15.
Here's Carlos Ramos facing Simir Woods on the mound.
High.
And the count 3-0. Right down the heart of the plate. Strike 1. And strike 2. Full count now.
Take your base.
And the batter walks. A leadoff walk issued by Simir Woods. Runner aboard for Skylar Stevens.
Number 23.
Ball. High.
Hard hit ball, center field, to the track, to the wall. See you later. 2-run home run. Opens the gap, 453 feet. And it's 10-9 Wild Things.
The center fielder, number
Back and forth we go, a 1-run game the other way now. And Holden Tudix at the plate with a triple and a single. He hits a high fly ball to center field. The wind is carrying it, and it is out of here. Back-to-back home runs for the Wild Things. The wind blowing out here this afternoon, and this one catches a thermal and rides it all the way out of the ballpark. 2-run game, 11-9. Wild Things on top now in the bottom of the 7th.
Strike.
Swing and a miss from O'Shea.
High.
And he strikes out looking for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the pitcher spot. Rico Cannon will be pinch hit for. Wade Gustafson will step in to pinch hit, and he will send one back up the middle, a pinch hit single. And a runner aboard now. And the Wild Things trying to mount a big rally here. Tricky Henderson will be next up with a runner at first and 1 away.
That's outside.
Gets away from the catcher. Runner heads down to second. And no throw made.
That's low.
So runner in scoring position, 1 away. Henderson at the plate. Henderson has singled and walked today.
Take your base.
And he draws another walk here. So 2 aboard for Bear Hatman, who has already hit a 2-run homer in today's game. He will take a strike on the outside edge to start this at bat, followed by a ball in the dirt, 1-1.
Ball. No, that's low.
3-1 now. And Bear Hatman hits a bouncer to Rose, over to McLovin, back to McLongballs, but not in time to turn the double play. And they're at the corners for Twin Screw. Woods is going to come out. Carter Williams will come in. And in the double switch, Dalton will be replaced by McCauley. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Twin Screw at the plate. Twin Screw has homered twice today. The 3-1 is ball 4, and the bases are loaded with Wild Things for Beefcake McDouble, who has also homered in today's game. A chance for another grand slam here. He takes strike 1 from Williams. And strike 2, the 0-2 pitch. Just misses inside 1-2. Pretty good breaking ball there. Ooh, not outside by much. The 2-2 swung on and fouled away off the end of the bat. Another 2-2 coming. Back up the middle, base hit. 1 run is in. Another runner rounding third. He will score. The throw goes to third, not in time, and it's 13-9. A 2 RBI base hit for McDouble. Carlos Ramos at the plate now. Runners at the corners.
No, inside.
1-2. Bouncer back past the mound. McLovin has it over to first in time to end the inning. And we're going to have a new pitcher for the Wild Things. It's going to be Klaus Van Buren after the Wild Things score 5 in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th now.
The right fielder, number 45.
That's outside.
It'll be Bubba McCauley
No,
leading it
inside.
off. And he starts with 2 balls from Van
Ball
Buren.
high.
3-1.
That's ball 4.
And the first pitch, or the first batter that Van Buren
The third
faces,
baseman,
draws a free
number
pass down to
57.
first. 13-9 your score. That's a broken bat, foul ball. Bouncer to O'Shea, to Bear Hatman, to Twin Screw, double play.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Base is
number
empty now,
22.
2 outs for Rocco McLovin.
Ball inside.
McLovin with a 2 RBI single and a walk today. He swings and misses at strike 3. And that will retire the side. After 7.5, it's 13-9 Wild Things.
Now batting,
Stevens will lead it off, followed by Tudix for the Wild Things in the bottom of the 8th.
23.
Fair ball. Nick Longballs with the diving stop. Throws to the pitcher covering.
The center,
1 away.
number.
Here is Tudix. He needs a double for the cycle. And he gets underneath that one a little bit. Pops it up into shallow right center.
You're out.
Drifting back to make the catch is Rose.
The second baseman,
Ricochet at the plate. 2 down. And he swings at the first pitch, pops it off the handle of the bat. And there to make the catch is Williams to take us to the 9th inning. Darla's trail by 4, but the heart of their order will lead off the inning.
now batting, the
Looking
catcher,
to make
number
something happen
61.
here. It'll be Bob Marley to start it off. And he swings at the first pitch, sends it high into the air, but not deep into left center field. And Bear Hatman makes the snag.
The left
That's
fielder,
1 down,
number 11.
and Devin Anthony will step in. Strike 1.
No, that's inside.
1-1. Bouncing ball to second. O'Shea has it. And that's 2 down.
The first baseman,
That
number
means the
14.
last hope for the Darlas is Peter McLongballs. He does have a home run, a grand slam, in fact, and a single, but this one is going to be caught in foul ground by Stevens, and that is going to end the game. The Wild Things win a wild one. What a game that was. Your final score, 13-9. Let's take a look at the lines. 9 runs on 7 hits for the Darlas. 13 runs on 14 hits for the Wild Things. And no errors for either team. There you see your batting statistics. Once again, walks are the difference in the game, as the Darlas give up 8 free passes to the Wild Things. Your winning pitcher is Cannon. He goes an inning and 2/3. Strikes out 1, walks 1, and gives up 2 hits but no runs. Woods gets the loss, giving up 6 earned runs and 3 homers. Striking out only 2 and walking 2. Gave up only 4 hits, but 3 of them left the yard. And we had to go bother the neighbors to get the ball back. Twin Screw, your first star. Tudix, just a double short of the cycle, gets your second star, and McLongballs with the grand slam gets the 3rd. All right, it's been a long day, but I'm going to try and power through here and get this 4th game called. Turkeys at Marauders. Unless, of course, there's somebody in the chat who wants to take over on the mic, I'm more than happy to do so. But I'll try and power this through. Your lineups for the Turkeys. Cash Money will play center field. He'll be in the leadoff spot. Anglesmith will play first and bat second. The second baseman King will bat third. Behind the plate, it'll be Tingle in the cleanup spot. Chapman at third base will bat fifth. Diaz at short will bat in the sixth hole. The right fielder Schaefer will be the seventh batter. Halldorf in left field in the eighth spot. And on the mound, Steve Stevens will bat ninth. For the Marauders, Thomas will bat first and play first. Santigra will be in center field. He will bat second. The third batter will be Longtree at second base. At shortstop, John Cena will bat cleanup. Mighty Bunch Jr. plays third today, and he will bat fifth. In the sixth spot, Colston in right field. Seventh, Halliday in left. Behind the plate, Schwartz will bat eighth. And on the mound, Freddie Helium will bat in the ninth spot. Helium comes into the game with an 11.58 ERA, but that's only over 9 innings pitched. Has given up 4 home runs and 12 earned runs in those 9 innings. Thus the reason for his very high ERA numbers coming into the game.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 13.
All right, here we go.
Inside.
Salvatore Cash Money leading it off.
Outside.
And he's got the 3-1 count.
Take the base.
That's off the plate. A leadoff walk
Now
to start the game
the first baseman,
for the Turkeys.
number 21.
It's Titanius Anglesmith at the plate, facing Helium. And quickly ahead, 2-0. Helium having trouble finding the zone. There he finds it. It's 2-1. Runner goes, and the hit and run was on. Bunce Jr. with a leaping catch pulls down the out. The runner has to retreat quickly to first base. Here's Grayson King. King batting .356 for the season, 28 runs driven in. He bats here with 1 out and a runner at first. That's going to end the inning. We head to the bottom half of the first. We're scoreless. Here's Parker Thomas to lead it off for the Marauders.
Follow. That's up.
Thomas with a .279 average this year. He's ahead 3-1 here.
Take your base.
And
Now batting,
in both halves of the first inning, there is a leadoff walk.
number 17.
And we've already got a pitching change here. I don't know. Stevens has injured his elbow, and he will have to come out of the game after one batter.
Head up. Stay.
Bad news there for the Turkeys. And that's a called strike 3.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
Once the ball, out of play. And that's going to end the inning.
Now batting, the catcher.
Here's Mick
number
Tingle.
2.
Leading off the top of the second for the Turkeys, Helium delivers a pop-up over by the first base line. Helium off the mound makes the play, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 10.
Max Chapman at the plate, 1 down in the inning, and he sends that one into the seats foul. And that hits somebody right in the trachea. And they are turning blue. This is not a good scene down the left field seats. I'm not sure why the game is still going on. We have somebody with an obviously crushed voice box. Long tree over to first, 2 down. And nope, he's fine. The ushers just gave the thumbs up. He's fine. Bouncing ball through the left side, a base hit.
Now batting, the right fielder.
Here's Tom
number
Schaefer.
47.
Tom Schaefer, right fielder and sometime trivia champion. Takes ball 2 off the plate away. That gets away from the catcher. Runner will move down to second. The throw is way late. 3-1 the count on Schaefer.
Right.
And it's full now. Here's the payoff pitch. Bouncing ball up the middle, over to first, and that will retire the side.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 54.
No, inside.
2-0 the count on Cena.
Nope.
3-1 now.
Nope. Ball four.
And another walk issued
Now batting,
by Turkey's pitching. Here's Mighty Bunch Jr.
number
with the runner at first,
13.
nobody out.
Steve.
0-1.
Oh, hi.
Line drive back up the middle. This is a base hit. It's going to get past the center fielder and roll all the way to the wall. The runner trying to score all the way from first. He will be in there without a throw. And Marauders drawing first blood.
The right fielder,
1-0.
number 20.
Stevens injured his elbow while walking the first batter, Schaefer. And he had to leave the game with elbow pain.
Steve.
Ray Colston at the plate, 1-2. He went 1/3 of an inning, gave up a walk, and left the game.
Foul.
The 1-2 pitch. Fouled away, we'll do it again.
Steve. Right.
Swing and a
Now
miss.
batting, the left fielder, number 53.
Onside. Steve. Right. Steve.
Halliday at the plate, runner at second, 1 away. That's going to be off the glove of the third baseman. And they're at the corners with 1 out for Mike Schwartz.
Number 30.
The pitch. Right over the plate. Strike 1. Fouled back. 0-2. Williams delivers a ball inside, 1-2. Popped up shallow right field. Should be playable, and it is. The runner will have to stay at third.
The pitcher,
And here's the pitcher, Freddie Helium, with 2 outs, runners at the corners. And he sends a base hit back up the middle. A run scores. 2-0 Marauders now. RBI single from the pitcher spot. Always good to get.
baseman, number 42.
And that'll bring up Parker Thomas.
You're out.
Line drive softly hit towards King. The Marauders score 2. It's 2-0 as we head to the top of the third.
Batting, the left
And I'm going to shut up for this inning unless something really cool happens because my voice is getting rough.
Steve. It's outside.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 7. Now batting, number 86.
Follow. Follow.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 13. Now batting, the center fielder, number 70.
That's high. Steve. Off the plate. Foul. Ball inside. Take a base.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 20.
Steve.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 54.
All high.
All right. As we head to the top of the fourth inning, we're going to have another inning of ASMR commentary as my voice is getting very tired. Ball
All
one.
high.
A little bit high with that one. It's 2-0
Stay right.
on Titanius Anglesmith. Swung on, line drive to first, one away.
Second baseman, number 17.
Grayson King stepping in now. With one out, nobody on, he fouls the first pitch into the seats. That's off the end of his bat. Longtree gathers it in. Over to first, 2 down.
Batting, the catcher, number 2.
Here's Mick Tingle. With 2 outs and nobody aboard, he awaits the delivery from Helium.
Steve.
1-1 the count now.
Steve. Stay right.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. After 3.5 innings, your score 2-0 in favor of the Marauders, who send Mighty Bunts Jr. to the plate.
Number 13.
He started the scoring for the Marauders with a RBI double, and he gets a single up the middle here for a base hit. 2 for 2 on the day is Mighty Bunts Jr.
Now batting, the right
Here's Ray
fielder,
Colston.
number 20.
That's low.
Runner at first, nobody out. To the right fielder. Runner goes, line drive to Diaz. Chased back to first. One away for Brett Halliday. Balls. Swinging a line drive back up the middle. This is going to be a base hit. Cash Money gathers it in. Runners first and second now for Mike Schwartz.
Number 30.
Schwartz is 0 for 1 today. And he pops the first pitch. Foul and out of play behind the plate. Swing and another foul ball, and it's quickly 0-2. Line drive right side, caught for out number 2.
The pitcher, number 91.
Here's the pitcher, Helium.
Help high.
Stepping in to face Hamilton, he takes ball 1. Foul ball down the left side, 1-1.
Up inside.
2-1 now.
Steve.
Called strike 2.
Stay right. You go.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of 5, 2-0 your score on Marauders in the lead.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 10.
And back to semi-normal commentary.
Ball low.
Max Chapman at the plate to lead off the 5th inning. And this is popped up down the left field line. Schwartz
Now
makes the
batting,
catch.
The shortstop, number 10.
Ball low. Ball high.
1-0 the count on Diablo Diaz. 1 out in the inning. And he's ahead 3-0.
Take your base.
And he will take a free pass. A stroll in the park.
Now batting, the right fielder,
And that'll bring up Tom
number
Schaefer.
47.
Schaefer 0 for 1 today.
Outside.
Takes ball 1.
Low.
2-0 now the count on the big right fielder. That gets away from the catcher. Runner moves down to second on the pass ball. Schwartz with another pass ball today.
Nope. Ball blue.
And another walk.
Now batting, the left
First
fielder,
two batters walk
number
in the inning.
27.
And Hitman Holdorf will come to the plate. Hitman 0 for 1 today. Has 2 runners aboard. And he puts a charge into this ball. This could go. And it will. 3-run home run for Holdorf. 463 feet over the right field wall. And that puts the Turkeys on top
Now
by a
batting,
run.
The pitcher, number 44.
Outside.
1-0 the count on the next batter, Hamilton.
Ball inside.
2-1 now.
Stay. You're out.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
And back to the top of the
number
Turkeys order
13.
we go, and Salvatore Cash Money. He bats with 2 down in the inning. And this is popped up into foul territory. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Longtree with a long run makes the catch, but the Turkeys put 3 on the board. Courtesy of the Hitman with a 3-run shot, and they lead by a run.
Number 42.
Parker Thomas comes into bat
Stay right.
for the Marauders. Now trailing by a run. Ground ball first base. Anglesmith steps on the bag.
Now batting,
And that's 1 away. Here's Roscas Santigra.
number 70.
Ball outside.
Has drawn a walk today. And he gets a base hit here into right field as he inside outs that swing and sends it the other way. Runner aboard with 1 out. And Longtree at the plate.
Number 20.
Ball outside. Stay right.
And a foul ball, strike 2, 1-2 the count.
Nope. High.
And this is popped up behind the plate. And it'll be off the screen and out of play. 2-2.
Foul.
3-2 the count now. Payoff pitch coming to Longtree.
Take your base.
And he walked him. Another walk.
Now batting,
Walks have proven to be the difference in the games today.
number 26.
And that's going to do it for Hamilton. John Andrews is going to take over on the bump.
Nope. Stay.
And that's strike 1. John Cena at the plate, and he lifts this one high and deep to center field, to the track, to the wall, and out of here. A 3-run home run, 413 feet over the center field fence. And the lead changes once again. As the Marauders go back on top by a pair of runs, it's 5-3. Mighty Bunch Jr. at the plate now, 2 for 2. A grounder up the middle. Diaz has it and will throw him out just in time at first. 2 down for Ray Colston. Colston 0 for 2 today.
Ball inside.
1-1 now the count.
Inside.
And this is well hit into the gap, left center field. It's going to get down and roll to the wall. Colston digging for 2 will be there easily, and she will stay there as Diaz cuts off the throw from center. Runner at second for Brett Halliday, who is 2 for 2 with a couple of singles.
That's up.
He'll take a ball from Andrews up and away. The 1-0 coming. And a looper caught by What is it, Jimmy? You cannot be serious about this.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Jimmy, this is a really...
21.
Okay, all right, okay. So apparently we have another guest commentator coming into the booth for this half inning. And this is a fly ball to left field caught by Halliday.
Now batting,
And that'll be one down.
number 17.
I just want to distance myself from the decision to allow this guest commentator into the booth. We have here a man named Sven who has never seen a baseball game before. And he wants to call the next half inning. Tell you what, Jimmy, let's do it. Let's do it next half inning because this one's already
Number 2.
underway. Sven, you can go ahead and get comfortable. We'll let you call the bottom of the 6th. This is a really bad idea, Jimmy. I don't know who came up with it. Was this Carl or was this Alex? Alex? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so Sven is going to take over on the mic for the bottom of the 6th. He has never seen a baseball game before, does not know the rules, but for some reason,
Number 10.
you know, our director of media operations decided this would be a good time to let him call a half inning of a game. This is off the glove of the first baseman, and it looks like a run is going to score.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 10.
It is pretty irrational, JJ. This is just a bad idea, but I mean, we'll see what happens.
Strike.
0-1 the count on Diaz. Runners at the corners here with one out.
That's low.
And the runner goes. The throw to second in time. Been caught stealing once in the top of 6. 2 outs now. Runner at third and a high fly ball to left field. And this is playable. Catch made by Halliday. All right, Sven. Take it over.
Yes, thank you very much. It's so nice to be here in the United States for a first time seeing a baseball game.
30.
There is a man with a stick and he has hit a ball very high into air, and one man has a large leather on his hand. Catch that one.
The pitcher.
There is man standing on hill. He has ball, throws it at man with stick. Seems very violent, and now he's thrown very close to his body. It's not very good. 1 and 2. I'm trying to read the handwriting here. It says 1 and 2 count, and man jump, ball overhead, and there is look like some bags of flour arranged in diamond on field there, with dirt all around. Another man now, different stick, and ball throw, and stick hits ball up middle, and there is man, he pick up ball and throw very hard. One man come back to where first man with stick was.
Now batting,
Something happened on scoreboard there.
number 70.
So one man stand on a bag of flour in middle of diamond. Stick hit ball. That man not catch ball. And one runner go from one bag of flour to other. And now new man with new stick hit ball high. And look very dangerous. But this man catch in his leather piece. And now for some reason another man come with a different color stick. Man on hill throws ball. Yes. That was funny looking ball. Man does not swing stick this time. Not sure why. He continues not swing stick. And still he not swinging stick.
Nope. Take your base.
He never swings stick but gets to go to bag of flour. I don't understand. What is this man have green stick?
13.
Can you play with green stick? I never see a green stick before, except when you try to make fire, green stick not burn. But he hit ball here with green stick. One man come to where man with stick was. Another one come to where man with stick was. Oh, now woman have stick. It's very nice to see woman have stick. Man throw ball at woman. She not swinging stick this time. And the swing stick, and everyone stopped. Ball just stopped rolling. No one tried to get it. And ball over man's head with stick. And someone else come to where stick men stand. And he is very happy and shakes hands with his friends. Now man on hill comes off hill, different man with tattoos now this time. Stands on hill, throws ball, hit with stick, and then throw to, and now everyone is leaving the field. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Sven. Thank you, Sven. Wow. All right. So big inning there. Marauders on top by 5, 9-4. The score as we head to the top of the 7th. Jimmy, I want Alex in my office as soon as this game is over. Do you understand me? No, that was a fucking terrible idea, and I want to talk to Alex. Pardon me, folks. 2-2, the count on Schaefer. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Now batting, the left field.
And that'll bring up the hitman. Had the 3-run homer in his last at bat. He bats here with the bases empty and 1 away. Fouled off left side. 2-2 now, the count on Holledorf. What a diving play at second base. That'll be the second out of the inning.
Number 12.
Carlos Thompson will take over in left field. Behind 2-1 on Zimbabwe Cash Money. It evens now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here's a pop-up off the end of the bat. And this is going to be shallow left field. Cena makes the catch on the grass. To retire the side, we head to the bottom of the 7th. At the stretch, it's 9-4. Marauders.
Number 30.
And here is Mike Schwartz. He takes a ball from Cash Money. The 1-1. Nice leaping grab by Anglesmith to rob a hit there. 1 away for Carlos Thompson. It's ball 1. The 1-0 pitch is fouled away into the seats. And this is popped up by the first base line. Who is there to make the catch? It is Tingle coming from behind the plate to make the play. 2 down for Parker Thomas. And Cash Money trying to hold the lead to 5 so the Turkeys can come up in the 8th and try to make up a little bit of ground. Hard hit ball, line drive, right field. You can put it on the board. Home run. 430 feet into the right field bleachers. 10-4. Now your score, Bars. And it's a good buddy game, 10-4, as Rosca Santigra comes up to the plate. And he will ground to the right side. King has it over to first to end the inning, but not before the Marauders put another insurance run up. They lead by 6 as we head to the top of the 8th. It'll be the top of the Turkeys' order coming to the plate.
Number 13.
Low.
2-1 the count on Cash Money. Too many people in this game with the last name Cash Money. It's getting confusing. Foul ball. Full count. Broke his bat. A little sawed-off fly ball into foul territory. Nobody's going to get there. Colston was closest. And then they lose him. That is going to be a free pass, a base on balls, a walk, a stroll in the park. That'll bring up Titanius Anglesmith. Nobody out, runner at first. Hard hit line drive off the wall in left field. This is going to be 2 for Anglesmith. Runners now second and third with nobody out. The Turkeys trying to mount a comeback here. Grayson King stepping in. Second baseman is 0 for 2 with a walk today, but he's got a chance to do some good for his team here with 2 runners in scoring position.
And nobody out in the inning.
Stay.
It's 1-2. Swung on and lifted into center. Back by the warning track, Santigra makes the catch. The runners tag and advance. 1 run scores. Runner down to third.
The catcher,
Another run 90 feet away with 1 out for Mick Tingle. Tingle takes ball 1 from Ick. And he hits this one high and deep. Right field, to the track, to the wall, out of here. Home run. A 2-run shot. 428 feet. And it's a
Now batting,
3-run
third
game.
baseman, number 10.
10-7 your score.
Inside.
Max Chapman at the plate now. Bases empty, 1 out.
No, inside.
And he's ahead of Ick 3-0. 3-1, excuse me. Fouls that one away. Full count payoff pitch due. The delivery from Ick is high, and they put another runner on base.
Now batting, the shortstop. number
Here's Diablo
5,
Diaz.
pitching,
And a new pitcher coming in. Ick is out. Zom Noble is in. Facing Diablo Diaz at the plate. Diaz pops this one behind the plate. It's going to get out of play, foul. The pitch. Strike 2 at the letters. The 1-2 coming.
Ball outside.
He is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And it's full now. Payoff pitch. High and away. Ball 4. 2 runners on base now.
batting, the right fielder, number 47.
And that is going to bring the tying run to the plate in the person of Tom Schaefer. He's got 1 away and 2 men on. He's got a 1-1 count from Noble. Hard hit ball, left field. This is off the wall. 1 run is in. Another runner heading for third. He will be safe, and it's a 2-run game.
The left fielder, number 27.
Turkeys rallying here in the top of the 8th. They've cut the deficit to 2. Here's Holdorf. 3 RBIs in today's game. He hits that one foul. He's behind 0-2 on Noble. Off the end of his bat, a dribbler towards the mound. They're going to go to second and get 1 over to first. Double play. Gets him out of the inning, but not before the Turkeys put 4 on the board. And they trail by 2, 10-8 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
Second baseman,
It's Puma Longtree
20.
at the plate. 0 for 3 with a walk today.
Ball low.
Starts with 2 balls from Cash Money.
Stay right.
2-1.
Stay right.
2-2 now. Ground ball to short. Diaz over to Anglesmith, 1 away. At the plate now, it's John Cena. 1-0.
Stay.
The 1-1 pitch is over for a strike. 1-2.
You're out.
Swing and a miss struck him out.
Now batting, the third
That'll bring up Mighty Bunch Jr. 3 for 4 with a double and 2 singles today. He's also driven in 3 runs. And he hits this one hard into left field. Sliding catch by Holdorf. What a play in left field. That's going to take us to the top of the 9th inning. Turkeys need 2 runs to extend this game.
number 3. Now
Pitcher
batting,
spot due up first. We will have a pinch hitter. Tony Roberto will pinch hit. And he will swing at the first pitch, foul it into the seats, strike 1.
Ball inside.
1-1 the count.
Ball outside.
2-1 as that one misses away. Popped up off his hands into shallow center field, charging and making the play is Santigra, 1 away.
now batting, the center
That'll
fielder,
bring up Salvatore Cash Money. Has walked twice today.
Stay right.
He takes a strike from Noble to start this at bat. Swings and misses for strike 2. Whoa, look out. They come up and in. That's a ball.
Play.
2-2 the count now. Broken bat. They sawed him off. He fouls it away. And called strike 3. He goes down looking.
now batting,
So the last hope
number
for the
21.
Turkeys is Titanius Anglesmith. Has a double today in 4 trips to the plate, and he takes a ball from Noble. 1-1 now. 1-2. And that is a ground ball left side base hit. That'll bring the tying run to the plate for the Turkeys with 2 outs in the inning. And it's Grayson King, 0 for 2 today. He has walked and driven in a run with a sacrifice. And he takes ball 1 from Noble. 2-0 now. 2-1 as that one finds the zone at the knees. Same place, 2-2. The pitch. Ooh, just inside. It's a full count. The runner will go. The pitch. Swung on up the right side. Caught at first base. Marauders win in a hell of a cool back and forth game there. A lot of scoring all over the place. 8 runs on 6 hits, an error for the Turkeys. For the Marauders, 10 runs on 14 hits and an error. And I have to pee so bad I can taste it. So I'm going to sign off. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.